So what made you want to check out something as seemingly insane as the 4-hour mob in the first place? AKA the Mind Over Body Bootcamp. The answer is really quite simple. It's because of the person that you are. Clearly you're the type of person that's looking for something more. And like me and all the other wannabe mob bosses, you're looking to step up your game in one way, shape, or form. Well, my friend, I've got to tell you, if that's the case, you have definitely come to the right place. Now, before we talk about how to register for the 4-hour mob, you're probably wondering what the heck this 4-hour mob is all about anyways. Number one, you might be thinking that this is something like a crazy 4-hour workout that will test you physically, mentally, and emotionally. And you're not wrong in that. However, don't worry, because it's not a full 4 hours. There will actually be breaks here and there. That is, if you earn them. Number two, you might be looking at this as an opportunity to surround yourself with 15 other people who are going to push you further than you've ever been pushed before. And you know what that's like in class. Anytime you get beside somebody or see anybody who is just killing the workout, you have no choice but to step up your game, and that's an awesome feeling. Number three, you might be looking at this as an opportunity to take part in an experience that you will literally never forget. For example, I'm sure you probably heard me talk about the 12-hour ruck that I went on not too long ago. And that was from 9 p.m. to 9 a.m. And I've got to tell you, there were times during that experience where we were doing things I'm like, yes, I'm going to kill this. And I killed it. And then there were other times where I'm like, I'm not sure if I can make it through this, but I made it through. And then, of course, there were times as well during the 12 hours where I just gave up physically and mentally because I couldn't hack it at that point in time. But regardless, at the end of the 12 hours, I finished it, even though there were many times I felt like giving up. And it feels so good to know that I made it through it. And you've probably experienced that in your own everyday workouts where you're going and you're just absolutely crushing it and you're questioning if you can do it, but you do it. And then there's other times where you want to give more, but you just can't because you're not there mentally or physically, and that's totally cool. But at the end of the day, knowing that you got it done is always the best reward, and that's exactly how this is going to feel. And lastly, this is the opportunity to be one of the very first people to ever earn the title of MOBB Boss, and I'll talk a little bit more about that later. But before I do, I want to talk about who the 4-hour mob is and is not for. So the 4-hour mob is for you if you like to push and to be pushed. You not only like but crave challenges, because this will be a challenge. You enjoy being around like-minded people, and you're all about experiences that create lifelong memories, and that's exactly what this is going to be. On the flip side, the 4-hour mob is not for you if working out hard just ain't your thing, and if you're watching this right now, that's not you. You have zero interest in challenging yourself and others. Again, if you're watching this, that is not you, because I've seen you challenge yourself, which is why you're watching this and you've gotten the invitation. However, not everybody's a people person, and there's nothing wrong with that. And you definitely want to be a people person for the 4-hour mob. Or fitness is just about looking and feeling better, and that's totally fine in and of itself. But if that's you, then the 4-hour mob probably won't be for you. That being said, I really want to be clear about something. This is going to be much more than just an experience. Because the 4-hour mob is about creating a movement that will change the focus of fitness forever. Now, what do most people think when they think of the word fitness? Pretty simply, it's usually about increasing strength, increasing endurance, improving health, looking better, feeling better, all those things, and those are all great things. But what if you're missing the real purpose of fitness? What if you approach fitness from a completely new perspective, with a completely new objective? And what if you use fitness as a tool to improve and expand in every area of your life? Now, if you've been coming to my classes for a while, there's a good chance you've probably heard me say something along these lines. Whatever you do inside of this room will translate into everything you do outside of this room. And I want you to think about this for a moment. What are the habits, skills, and characteristics of the happiest, most successful people you know? This obviously isn't the whole list, but this is probably going to be on there. Purpose, determination, focus, discipline, compassion, generosity, passion, etc. So what if instead of focusing on fitness solely as a means to improve your physical health, you used fitness as a tool to improve your relationships, your parenting, your professional life, even your emotional health? All of it. Now, how the hell do you do that, you might be asking? You're probably aware of the fact that millions of people all around the world turn to something called mindfulness as a means to becoming more sound in body and in mind. Now, mindfulness means different things to different people. However, in my eyes, mindfulness is simply our ability to get out of our own way and let our true selves shine through. And we do this by making each moment, moment to moment, the paramount focus in our experience. From my experience, The more present you can be without judgment in each and every moment, the happier you and everyone around you is going to be, which leads to an incredibly happy and fulfilling life. Now, what if you could combine the benefits of mindfulness during fitness to transform the inner and the outer simultaneously? What if the key to living a happier, healthier, and more fulfilling life can be found in combining mindfulness and fitness? Not only that, but what if you could get to know the people you work out with every day on a more personal level instead of just the casual, hey, how's it going? You can actually connect with people and learn more about each other. What if there were a private community of fellow mob bosses who were all actively involved in the mob movement by communicating, supporting, and yes, challenging each other every day in a private, members-only community? That is exactly what the 4-Hour Mob is all about. Now let me be clear again. The 4-Hour Mob is not for everyone. If you're cool with fitness only being about looking, feeling, and performing better, that's totally cool and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that at all. The 4-Hour Mob probably isn't for you though. However, if you see how fitness can be used as a tool to improve and expand in every area of your life, and you want to be part of the mob movement alongside with your fellow mob bosses, there's only one thing you need to do right now. Enter your name and your email in the form to the right, and I'll send you the full details on the 4-Hour Mob along with instructions on how to register. I'm going to leave you with this though. I wasn't kidding or exaggerating at all when I said that the 4-Hour Mob is the first step in creating a movement. And this is something I'm extremely passionate about. And if you've been in my classes, you've probably experienced that passion in one way, shape, or form. So by accepting my invitation, you're not just requesting more information. You're tossing your hat in the ring to become part of something that will literally change the focus of fitness forever. So my question to you is, do you think you've got what it takes to be a mob boss? If so, then enter your name and email and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks, and I really hope to see you there.